This is Ed Hellwig, Senior Editor for Edmunds Inside Line. I'm here with Mark Royce. He's the President of GM in North America. Mark, thanks for taking the time to answer some questions.
Thank you very much, Ed. It's wonderful to be here, and I just took a little tour of the office here, and it's just it's beautiful, it's uplifting, it's everything I hoped a Santa Monica, California office would be for Edmunds. So it's terrific. Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask you first off, there was a recent shakeup in GM's product planning department. Now, you've been at GM for a long time. How do you think these changes are going to affect the products that are coming out of GM in the next 4 to 5 years?
Well, I think, when you start looking at product planning in GM and what we've done with taking it and creating its own space, outside of product development, I'm not sure long term, things change, the market changes, the challenges change, so nothing's forever. But for right now, we really need to have a global approach to what I see as fuel efficiency, economies of scale around the technology for fuel efficiency and CO2. So I think this will help us leverage those technologies worldwide throughout our global architectures and platforms. So that's really going to help us, I think, having that look across the whole company. So I think that'll be very beneficial for us.
Okay, you mentioned fuel efficiency. That's obviously a big issue coming up. What is GM's main approach? There are a lot of companies talking about a lot of different technologies. A lot of the German companies see diesel as the answer, hybrids. GM obviously has the Volt. Where do you see your main thrust as far as improving fuel efficiency across the board?
I think our customers ultimately will tell us this, and the marketplace will tell us this. But I think there's a lot of people that just want greater efficiency out of the type of car they already drive. So that's one answer. And so we have things like our BAS Plus system, which is a nice fuel efficiency boost. But there's also the answer that we have in EREV, or that kind of Volt technology where we have a generator that actually produces power for the battery pack and eliminates the range anxiety. So in answer to your question generally, I believe that the market will continue to fragment, and people will begin and have the ability to select a car with a duty cycle that is personal for them. So people that live in a metropolitan or urban area may select a battery electric vehicle only. There's people that span those different lifestyles of urban and suburban. An EREV or an extended range vehicle where we don't have to have the infrastructure will be a wonderful choice. And then we have the people who earn livings with pickup trucks and really use pickup trucks every day as their primary source of income and enjoyment. So there's those type of solutions that I think with 4-mode and 2-mode hybrids for those pickup trucks that make an awful lot of sense.
Now, there was a lot of talk about the Pontiac G8, and it was considered by a lot of enthusiasts to be one of the best cars GM has put out in a long time. Is there a space in GM's future for large rear-wheel drive cars, or is the fuel efficiency issue prohibiting that?
This is a topic near and dear to my heart because I worked for a couple of years in Australia. We dialed in technology like direct injection into that rear-wheel drive platform that the G8 was built off of. So we were getting, quite frankly, better fuel economy with a 6-cylinder, low displacement, 3-liter, and direct injection, and a 6-speed automatic transmission in a station wagon off of the G8 platform that was comparable to our competition with 4-cylinder cars. So this can be done. So I don't think that rear-wheel drive goes away because there's lots of fun things about rear-wheel drive. There's lots of proportional things from a styling standpoint, ride and handling. It's a blast to drive. All those things that make the car exciting with all of that, we have to make it efficient. And so if we can take weight out of it and dial in technologies like direct injection with 6-speed automatics and even hybrids, 2 and 4-mode hybrids with that, they will continue to be relevant, and I think there'll be a space for that as time goes on.
Okay. I want to switch gears a little bit. We asked our readers what they would like to ask you.
Yeah.
So I pulled a few of those questions, and we'll see what you can come up with here. The Camaro has done exceptional in the market. Why has the convertible version taken so long to get here?
Well, don't forget what the company's been through over the last even 6 months. And, people kind of forget that and have a short memory. But we're making money. You've seen our results for quarter one. We've gained share back here month over month. We're going to keep that going. And so when you go through something as severe as the company's been through, we try not to tamper with product programs and timing, but the money wasn't there to keep it on track, and it took a little longer than we would like, but we're on track to do this here the first part of next year.
Another question was about GMC, and they asked, when is GMC going to get its own unique products apart from Chevrolet?
Yeah, I think we already see that today, by the way. And the reason why I say that is if you go look and drive a Terrain, okay, and you go look and drive an Equinox, there's not much the same. They may share the basic core engine and transmission piece of this, but they're calibrated completely different. The ride and handling is quite different. All those things are different in addition to a completely different interior and exterior. So the car really has carved out its own niche and is very successful for GMC. It's very different than the Equinox for Chevrolet. So you're going to see that type of thing continue to happen. The Granite we showed here on the auto show circuit here this last year is something that we've researched actually in California. It did very well. So we're very interested in what that car could become for GMC.
Is a light-duty diesel still on the cards?
We're constantly looking at these powertrain options. I can't really talk about our future powertrain offerings, but yeah, that's something that's still very attractive. Yeah.
You're looking at. Yeah. Okay, and finally, this is regarding Cadillac. Does Cadillac need a halo car or a flagship car?
I personally think it does, and I think it always has, and we've had it. We went downstairs and looked at your 49 Fleetwood, I think, that's sitting down there that has been made into a wonderful sofa. So at that time, the Fleetwood was a coach-built flagship car, and so Cadillac has had this all the way through their history. And I think always think that is very important for Cadillac to have.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Ed.
This is Ed Hellwig for Inside Line.